Video?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna make a video. Video.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I made one of these. Lots going on. We are in a new garage since the last video. We have moved into our new house. Here, let me go outside. Yeah. New house. We don't have a yard yet. So we live in a swamp when it rains, but that'll change. Anyways. Oh, and you're quite a bit bigger since the last time we had you on the channel, huh?
Tony.
Are you driving?
Die.
Yeah?
Die.
Oh, so fun. Anyways, here's what the Vette looks like right now. Just don't break that one. Turn signal switch is not fun. Let's see, where do I start? Well, it's in pieces because I decided that I was going to repaint the bumper and the hood, and then I had to repaint the rear bumper when I got in a little accident before I moved out here and hit a tree on the back side of the car. So that got repainted, and then funny story, whenever I see a car for sale on the Facebooks or KSL or whatever Craigslist site you're in, and someone just doesn't have a price for what they're selling, their car, whatever, and they just say, hey, just make an offer. I always lowball them. I mean, that's what you do, right? So then there was a 19, I think it was an 85 Jaguar XJS. Originally had a V12, but they had put in a Chevy 305, and I just threw them a few $100 and said, hey, here's my offer. And they just didn't want to move it. They were moving, and they didn't really have time or room for it, so they wanted to sell it. And they inevitably said, sure, we'll take it. As long as you come out and come get it. And they said it ran and everything, so and then I was like, oh, shoot. I had to tell the wife we might be buying a new car. But after a few days of thinking on it, I said, you know what, maybe with all my free time, another huge project. I mean, Jags aren't known for being easy to own, even with a 305. So I decided I don't have the time, resources, or money to really handle another one. I thought, gosh, well, okay, well, instead of that, what could I do to my car for a few $100 that I've always wanted to do? And I bought some fenders. I bought some Widebody fenders. I've always wanted to do it. I should have done it when I painted the car the first time, but I didn't really have the money then. But man, these take a lot of work to get right, and I still, I miss some spots, and it bugs me, but see all these little low spots? But these little low spots were everywhere when you first get them. I mean, it's like they just take them right out of the press, throw a bunch of primer over it, and send it your way. There's so much trimming, and you got to drill all the holes and get it to fit right, and smooth it over. Holy cow, there's a lot of work to do before they're ready. Just a heads up for anyone that's curious about doing it, there's a reason why they're cheap. Yeah, because there's a lot of work that goes into making them look half decent. I'm not going to beat myself up over it because this car gets driven like crazy, and I thrash it around whenever I get the chance. But bumper looks good. Everything's back together on the back side, aside from the wheel well liner. They have an extension you have to buy because there's a huge gap, and you can kind of see it behind here. I got to fixate it correctly. The way that you're supposed to install it is in front on this side, but because of this lip, it wants to come way down. So I'm fixating it on the back side because it doesn't matter to me as long as it keeps rocks and water going inside the fender. Then I don't care. It'll do the job. So I'm just trying to get that figured out, and then after that, it's trying to get these splash guards I bought. Where did I put those? Oh, they're over here. Trying to get those to fit correctly. It'll work. I just have to get it on there right, and maybe some heat will do it. But as you can see, it kind of arcs up if you have it just straight flush. So maybe we can get a little heat to it. I can bend it out a little bit, but then you have this huge gap. I don't know. I got to mess with it a little bit. Yeah, I can even trim it down there. That's maybe what I do. Just trim it right at the end until it comes in a little bit more. I don't know. That's a job for another day, but Carter, what you doing? Hey.
Elmo?
Elmo?
What's that?
Is there an Elmo back there? You can't see diddly shit.
Okay.
I don't see an Elmo. Other toys. You're a parrot. I forget sometimes. Anyways, so that's what that is. Got brand new brakes, front and rear. They were almost like metal on metal in the back, so I had to go that way. Got some new tires. These are going to be a little bit stretched. I got these from a friend of mine for exchange for some work down the road. But, so they're not 325s, they're 305s in the back, but they fit just fine. I think they look just fine. Other than that, nothing else is new. Just some body work and a few little things here and there. I don't know if I've shown this on the channel or not. I did this before we moved. That turned out really cool. I get a lot of, what's the right word? I would praise, comments, compliments, questions about that. But usually it's, what cover is that? Or who did you pay to have that done? And then it's always, I did it myself. And they go, really? How'd you do that? Spray paint. And a lot of masking. But it's not hard. Just got to figure out where to mask. Anyways, I'll keep you guys updated when it's all done. Should be done in the next week or two. I've got the bumper and the hood and the headlight covers down at a detailer right now. He's actually putting, after he's getting it all smoothed over, we're putting some paint protective film over it because this area we moved to is very under construction all the time, and there's constantly rocks and dirt. The roads are very dirty constantly, so I don't want to have to repaint anything again. I've decided I just won't because I plan to have this car ideally until this house is paid off, and ideally would like to pay this house off in 10 to 15 years, depending on where our financial situation is, and then I'll buy a brand new whatever the hell I want when that time comes, because that'll be cool. So after this, I'm just not going to worry about the paint. It's just going to be whatever happens, I think, unless I can get insurance to cover something if it gets in an accident or something like that, but I'm not going to worry about little chips and scratches. Anyways, there's an update for everybody. Hang around for updates. I know it's not very often, but what can you do when you got a busy life? A full-time job and kids and all that fun stuff. All right, guys. Peace out.